Welcome everyone to our virtual college fair today for the Carolina Association of Collegiate Registrars and Admissions Officers. My name is Melissa. I will be your facilitator for this session. Just a few housekeeping reminders before we get started. Your camera and microphone are off, so our reps from our colleges cannot see or hear you. But if you do want to ask any questions, feel free to use the Q&A button on your screen. Just be sure to signify what college or university you'll be sending your question to so we know. And then if you want to sign up for more sessions, we do have others happening after this session and also tomorrow as well, if you want to hear from some other great colleges and universities. This session is also being recorded and will be available at strivescan.com/Carolinas. And at this time, I'm going to turn it over to our first institution, University of Alabama at Birmingham.
Hey everyone, my name is Kristen Bird and I am a senior regional admissions counselor based in Nashville, Tennessee. And we do have a regional admissions counselor based out of Raleigh, North Carolina, that will serve as your point of contact for UAB. And her name is Casey Crisp. She was unable to be with us this evening, but I will share her information at the end of my presentation. If you're not familiar with UAB, we are an urban campus located in the heart of downtown Birmingham. Our campus spreads out over 100 city blocks, but the undergraduate portion is only 19 city blocks. We are a mid-size institution with over 22,000 students total and a little less than 14,000 undergraduates. Birmingham is a city that is going through a lot of growth, revitalization, and it's a really exciting time to be in this city. We offer a ton of experiential learning opportunities for our students. We are a top-tier research institution, and more than half of our undergraduate students participate in research every year. We have 5 hospitals on our campus, including a children's hospital, level 1 trauma hospital, and also a VA hospital. UAB Hospital is the 3rd largest public hospital in the country. With the growth in Birmingham, we've actually seen a rise in our business community, which has provided so many opportunities for our students. UAB is a founding partner in Innovation Depot, which is the largest small business incubator in the South. Through this and community partnerships, we've seen a number of our students start and run their own small businesses. And UAB is definitely known for health sciences, but we also offer other incredible programs too. So in our College of Arts and Sciences, we offer several joint School of Medicine programs, including our newest major, cancer biology. We also have musical theater and digital forensics here too. Our CACRAO School of Business offers several programs, including a unique one of industrial distribution with a concentration in medical equipment and supplies. Accounting is our largest major here, and we are in the top 1% for accreditation. All 4 of the big 4 accounting firms have branches in Birmingham. Our School of Education includes our kinesiology program, and your EdTPA will transfer if you're interested in being a teacher. We offer 6 engineering programs, including biomedical, civil, electrical, materials, mechanical, and then our newest one, engineering design. All of these have a 5th-year master's option. Our School of Health Professions offers healthcare management and biomedical sciences. Biomedical sciences is focused on human anatomy, and this is a great option for students that know they want to pursue professional school. We also offer biobehavioral nutrition and wellness, and this is a great option for students that might want to be a registered dietitian. Our School of Public Health is focused on awareness and prevention, and this is also a popular program for pre-med students, and there's a 5th-year master's option here too. Our School of Nursing is currently ranked top 13 in the country, and we opened a new clinical simulation space in 2018, and we have 100% job placement within 3 months of graduation. We also have an honors college. We offer a personalized path and then 3 programs in our specialized path. Those include global and community leadership, science and technology, and university honors. You can learn more about the offerings for each of these programs on our honors college website. Here are some pictures of student involvement on campus. All of these were taken pre-COVID, but we do study abroad to all continents. We have 18 Division I athletics teams, Greek life, student government, service organizations, and more. If you're interested in applying to UAB, our application is already available for fall 2022. You can apply through the Common App or through our website. We need a $40 application fee and then an official transcript. We are test optional for fall 2022. We do not know a decision beyond that, but you can always check with Casey on that. Students have the choice to apply with or without test scores for fall 2022. So after you submit your application, you cannot change that decision. So before you submit, just make sure that you're reviewing the website on our information to make the best decision for you. If you choose the first option, which is submitting test scores, those can be submitted on your official high school transcript or from the testing agency directly. For the second option, no test scores are submitted and your application will be evaluated based on your GPA and high school curriculum. For our merit-based scholarships, an application is required. You can learn more at our website on the screen. Students are required to submit a personal statement for this scholarship application, and March 1st is the priority deadline for these scholarships. Eligible out-of-state students typically receive somewhere between $6,000 and $20,000 an academic year. We also award scholarships for the listed national recognition programs. You can learn more about these on our website too, or reach out to Casey if you have questions. These will stack with an academic merit scholarship though. Currently, we are offering on-campus visits and virtual visits. If you want to set up a visit, you can visit the link on the screen, or you can reach out to Casey and she can assist in setting up a gold visit for you. Like I mentioned, if you have any questions, please feel free to reach out to Casey directly. Her contact information is on the screen. If you would like to schedule an individual meeting with her or a current UAB student, you can visit the Calendly link that's listed on the screen. So thank you for the time. Thank you for taking the time to learn about UAB, and go Blazers.
All right, up next we have University of Mary Washington.
Hello, everybody. My name is Haley. Let me go ahead and share my screen. All right. Hello again. My name is Haley. I am the admissions counselor for University of Mary Washington for all of North Carolina, South Carolina, Georgia, as well as some parts of Northern Virginia, as we are located in Fredericksburg, Virginia. So we are about halfway between Washington, D.C. and Richmond, Virginia. So we are perfectly located for internships and job opportunities post-graduation. I have many friends who are doing internships up in Washington, D.C. I actually am a class of 2021 graduate, so I have a lot of experience with the student life and kind of the academics on campus. We're a pretty small school, so about 4,100 undergraduate students, and we have a graduate campus that hosts about 1,000 students. So we're looking at graduate schools in education as well as an MBA program. We have our average out-of-state tuition is about $30,196. However, that number fluctuates. We do offer merit scholarships to every student that applies to Mary Washington. So you're automatically put into a pool for those. Those are based off of GPA, SAT scores, ACT scores, as well as your rigor of academics and then other extracurriculars that you participate in. We are a test choice school, so you can choose not to send your SAT or ACT scores to, and you'll still be put in the pool for those merit scholarships based on GPA and the rigor of classes, as well as any type of extracurriculars that you have done throughout your high school time. We are, again, pretty small. So our student to faculty ratio is about 13-1, and we have an average class size of about 19 students. I can tell you from a student perspective that that is very true. I never had a class above 60, and my smallest class was 12. And I really enjoyed that because it allowed me to interact with my professors in a way that I didn't think that I could before. So that kind of helped me create internship opportunities and other things that I couldn't have done without them. We also have a $750,000 undergraduate research grant. So we work a lot with research. I had a roommate who majored in biology, and she is currently working on a project where she is testing different levels of exercise on how different chemicals in their brain. So there's lots of things that you can do with that. Jepson Science Center, where that would be located, is one of our newly renovated buildings on our campus with an entire back half that just opened in 2019 with new labs, equipments, and technology that students get to use throughout the day and throughout their time here at Mary Washington as well. Some quick facts about student life. So we have over 150 plus clubs and organizations. I recommend that you at least try one or two. We have what we call our club carnival in the spring and the fall semesters, where you can go out and sign up for as many clubs as you want. I signed up for 23 and got 23 different emails, but I'd recommend picking one or two and then kind of sticking with them through as many as you can. We are a D3 school, so that's our division for varsity, but if you're interested in not playing at a varsity level, we have club sports available to you as well. We have 130 study abroad programs with over 56 countries, so that's pretty big. We have about a third of our students will do that before they graduate. We have semester-long programs and year-long programs and summer programs, so there's all sorts of different ones. It's something that a lot of students will do, and a lot of them are based off of major, so you can pick something and then go with the faculty-led advisor as well. So there's much that you could do with that as well. We are also hosting open houses this semester, so feel free to contact our admissions email. That is our general admissions email. You can email us if you would like to sign up for one of those open houses, or they're on our website. We actually have one on this Saturday. So that'll be our in-person open house for this semester. And there's other dates available as well. If you are also a senior, we have virtual interviews going on. So you are eligible for our Taking Flight scholarships, which means that you can interview with somebody like me. I'll be your admissions counselor, but any of the other councils will do as well. And you can earn up to $2,000 towards your first year at Mary Washington. So we're really pushing that because that is something that a lot of students are very interested in, but it also gives you an opportunity to get to know us and us to get to know you. So if you have any questions, you can feel free to contact me or any of our general admissions emails. Thank you so much for listening.
All right, and next up we have University of Oregon.
Thank you. And here is our most popular phrase. Let me share my screen real quick with you. All right. Hello and welcome to the University of Oregon session. My name is Jing Ji. I am the admissions counselor for your region. So as everyone mentioned, you do have contact information for us. Anytime you have any questions, I will be your go-to person. So feel free to ask me questions in the chat box, or I can give you my contact information at the end. So as you know, University of Oregon is located in Eugene, Oregon, where this O is. We are known for Tracktown USA. We're super proud to have hosted the 4th consecutive Olympic trial this summer for track and field. And next year, we'll be hosting the first ever World Championships for track and field in North America. Not only that will bring lots of attentions to the university for our athletics, but really a great opportunity for our students to get internships. If you think about broadcasting, marketing, student that wanting to work in sports medicine, those are all going to be great opportunities for our students to get exposures and also experience as an undergraduate student. We are in Eugene, Oregon. We do have an airport here, so it's pretty convenient that the airport's only 15 minutes away. There are shuttles that takes our students, pick them up right on campus, take them to the airport, Again, it's only 15 minutes away from the airport. I personally like to leave and fly in and out of Eugene because it is a pretty small airport that you can go through boarding security all in about an hour. Some people prefer to fly out of Portland, which is about an hour and a half away. Again, there are shuttles that will pick our students up, drop them off right on campus if you prefer to have a direct flight. Eugene is a great location in terms of being in pretty central in the state of Oregon, only about an hour away from the Oregon coast and then about an hour away from the Cascade Mountains. If you like skiing, snowboarding, kayaking, paddleboarding, surfing, all of that is between 2 hours of driving for you. We are considered a medium-sized university. Overall, we do have about 23,000 students altogether. That includes our students in the law school, that are in graduate programs, PhD, doctoral programs as well. But we are highly focused on the undergraduate student experience. What that means is that most of the students here are going to be very much like you, coming in from high school or transferring in from another university, where many of the services are focused for undergraduate students. If you're wanting to see an academic advisor, a career center, go to tutorings, all of those are really going to be there to support you every step of the way to make sure that you're successful here at the U of O. You definitely would not be the only student coming from North Carolina or South Carolina. I am the admissions counselor for most of the regions in the Southeast. Again, there are many students coming from the area and you won't be the only one. You do get to choose your own roommate if you do know someone else coming from the area as well. Or we can have you fill out a housing profile where we can match you up with someone with similar lifestyles or the same academic interests. For example, if you want to live in the same academic hall as other people interested in business or the health sciences, we do also have all-inclusive halls as well. But what's a really nice thing about being a mid-sized university is that we do have many of these services for you, but then we are really able to keep the class sizes comparable to your high school right now. Our median class size is only 20 and our student to teacher ratio is only 17:1. These are some of our most popular majors that we offered here at the University of Oregon. We do have about 168 different programs that includes majors, minors, certificate programs that we offered. Even if you're not really sure what you want to study right now, that's okay. Many of our students come in as undecided, and that will not affect your decision or your chance of getting admitted to the University of Oregon. None of our majors are impacted. That means we're not capped at a number for any of these majors. Now, why the University of Oregon? I'll give you a couple of the main points, some of the top points. There are many reasons why different students choose the University of Oregon. One is the class sizes I talk about. You have the advantage of going to a larger institution, but then the resources are still very much for you and that you're not going to be just another number at our university. About 74% of our students engage in research, whether that is in the science fields, education, history, journalism. All of our professors host office hours outside of the classroom hours, where you do have research opportunities as soon as your freshman, sophomore year. The Clark Honors College offers an advantage to our students who are looking for those extra accelerated courses that they want to take with like-minded students. We do also offer many department honors as students wanting to graduate with honors in Latin. 1 out of 4 students will study abroad over their time here at the U of O, and many of the programs will go towards that will use your financial aid scholarship awards. So that will follow wherever you decide to go. One of the most popular programs that we have is called the Pre-Freshman Studies. It's a program that you go before your freshman year. It's a program that we have in London right now. We are looking to explore, expand that to other countries as the pandemic plays out. So we're waiting for how that looks in the next year. But at least right now, we do have a program in London. It's a 4-week program in the summertime before you attend your first term here at the University of Oregon. And that goes towards every single major that we offered here. So any major can still go to that abroad program. Something that I'm really proud of as a recent alumnus is that we are one of the top 20 public university for graduating underrepresented students. as a minority student myself, I really like the fact that the University of Oregon is a very inclusive place. And that really speaks to our campus for being one of the top LGBTQI friendly campuses in the country as well. The students here really have a voice on how they lead and what they want to do to change the way the university looks. And as a student, you have a voice. And I really think that plays out not only your academics here at the University of Oregon, but for the rest of your life. Is the community and the friendships that you build throughout here. I hope that you are considering the University of Oregon, and that's why you're here today. If you're interested in joining our community, this is how when you apply, this is what we consider. The way I think of it is that there are two different sides. One is the academic assessment and the other is the personal assessment. We want to see how you perform as a student academically, your grade trends. Do you have an upward grade trend, a downward grade trend? We want to see your senior year schedule. Your SAT and ACT are optional, so that will not take an effect for how we look at you as a student. And then on the other side is what I like to call the personal assessment, is what you and how you spend your time outside of the classrooms. Do you have any volunteer hours? Do you play sports? Are you in student government, key club? Do you have family responsibilities? How has the pandemic affected you and your family if you have to take on additional responsibilities? We ask you to write a personal statement and along with 2 optional essays. Again, the test scores are optional, and then the other essays that are optional are very much optional. We don't try to trick you there. It's a very short presentation as we try to give you a lot of our contact information here and then what we offer at our university. If you'd like to discuss more about your academic interest or other things that we offer at the U of O, I'm happy to meet with you one-on-one. You have a smartphone, you can also scan this QR code that will take you to my registration link. So that way, I can get your contact information and you can get my contact information, and we can continue to talk about how I can support you with this journey here. And I will hand it back to our facilitator, and as always, go Ducks.
All right, thank you so much. Unfortunately, Reed College was not able to join us today, but if you are interested in learning more about Reed College, we encourage you to check out their website and their virtual materials, and also if you'd like to visit their college as well, but they were unfortunately not able to join us today. But our session isn't over just yet. We do have some things to talk about and chat about a little bit. I do have 3 questions for our great reps today. Our first question for the session will be, what advice do you have for someone going through the college search process? We are going to go in the same order that we all presented in today, starting with the University of Alabama.
So one piece of advice that I always give to students is, I think sometimes that as admissions counselors, we seem like these scary people, and we're really
I think, did I freeze or did Kristen freeze? Okay, maybe she'll come back on. Haley, if you want to go next, we'll chime in with Kristen once she connects.
So my biggest piece of advice is probably to just try and search, and if you get a chance to go to all of these universities or colleges, because for me that kind of made the decision for myself. I loved being able to see the campus and kind of walk through and also meet the people, because I think that is something that really enhances your decision or can change that as well. But even if you can't go to them in person, check them out virtually. I mean, meet these people and see these and do these interactions with people, because sometimes the people can make or break that as well.
Jing, if you want to go, you can go next.
Okay, sounds good. We're just going with the flow, in the virtual world, it happens, but we're all in this together. I think Kristen has a great advice. I think I know where she's going with that. So I'll let her finish. I'll give you another piece of advice. take it one step at a time. It sounds very scary. It sounds very stressful. You know, you're thinking about applying for housing, applying for scholarships, where I'm going to live, like, and all of those things, like orientation, the classes I'm going to sign up. We're here to help you one step at a time. Like, and I mean it, because it's not only just us admissions counselors are going to be great support systems, but we have academic advisors, we have orientation leaders, we have housing partners. So really just take a look at, keep your inboxes really as clear as possible, because that's how we're going to communicate with you. And we're going to communicate with you the best way we know how and the best way we can. So don't stress about everything at once. Enjoy the process. It is your senior year, if this is your senior year at least. Enjoy your time, you know, and if there's any way that we can help you, reach out to us. You can reach out to us 20 times. We'd rather have you do that and get the answers that you need than wait until the last minute and then scramble. So enjoy the process, don't rush it, and then reach out if you have any questions.
Absolutely. Kristen, I know you got cut off right in the middle of your piece of advice, so you're welcome back. But if you would like to finish your piece of advice, feel free.
Yeah, sorry about that. My internet went down. But yeah, I think kind of, you know, what she just said, you know, we're here to help. So never hesitate to reach out. You know, no matter where you're applying to, the admissions counselor is there to help you. So get to know them and reach out anytime that you have questions.
Awesome. Next question we have is, what is one thing you want students to remember about your school? Kristen, we can start with you again, just going in the same presentation order.
Here's to hoping that this goes better. So one thing to just remember about UAB, we are an urban campus in that top tier research institution. And so we pride ourselves on making sure that students are getting experiential learning opportunities and outside of the classroom experiences. And that is what will really set you apart when you're graduating and you're applying to medical school or applying for those jobs. So if that's something that you're looking for, definitely keep that in mind.
I would say for Mary Washington, it's definitely if you're looking for a community. Again, we're a pretty small school, so we're only about 4,100 of us, but there is a sense of community and a sense of belonging here that for me kind of made everything so easy. Everyone is so nice. Everybody is so kind. And we're always there to help you, kind of like we're just saying, nobody's going to leave you hanging. So if you have any questions or you need anything, it's always a place where you can reach out to your professors or go to their office hours, or just kind of see a friend on campus throughout because of the size that we are.
All right, I will go. Well, there's a phrase we use pretty often here at the University of Oregon, is that once a duck, always a duck. Is that no matter what year you graduated, what you study, once a duck, always a duck. And that means that our alumni love to help out our current students before they graduate. You know, we have tons of internships that we offered, and really does say a lot about our community and how we support our students while they're at school, and then also post-graduation. Personally, I've been here 8 years now. It's kind of crazy how fast time goes by, but I have not met a student that had a negative experience here. It seems like they all really enjoy their time here. And then when they graduate, they really pass that knowledge on. And then the employer just loves to hire a duck. So once a duck, always a duck.
Awesome. And our other question here is, what is one myth you'd like to debunk about the college admissions process? We know that a lot of students and families hear a lot of different things. Every school can be a little bit different, but what is one thing that maybe you'd like to debunk about the college admissions process?
I always get a lot of questions about essays. And so I think sometimes students may think that they don't matter or that we don't read them, but we do, and they very much do matter. So always take the time to think through what you want to relay to that specific institution. Always make sure to proofread it. And then if there's a prompt, make sure that you're answering that prompt. So sometimes I think students may wait until the last minute and then they copy and paste some of those essays, and we can tell. So just make sure that you're taking the time to read the prompt for that specific institution, and that you're covering that information.
I'm going to kind of go back on the point that was made before about, for me, I was very scared of the admissions process. I think it's very scary, and it was a lot, and it was a lot of time for me to put into something, but it's not as scary as you think. And we are all here to help you. I know a lot of people kind of get scared about answering emails or replying to emails or answering phone calls or making those, like, now Zoom calls. So don't hesitate to reach out and make those connections if you're super interested in university. It is something that we notice, and we see you reaching out. It's definitely going to help you throughout that. But it's not as scary as you think. All of us are here for you to help you with whatever you could need, especially for me being so new to it all. I really like hearing from students and getting to know you and seeing kind of how I can help throughout this process.
I would say one of the biggest myths is that you have to know exactly what you're go into. Most of you are 17, 18 at this point, or going to be. Things are changing. You either have multiple interests, or you kind of all over the place. It's okay to be undecided at the moment, at least for the University of Oregon. At least I can't speak for my colleagues here, but we don't admit students based on the major they choose on the application. Even if you're undecided, our version is called exploring. It's a little bit more friendly term, I would say. But no matter what you decide to put on the application, you're going to have the same chances of getting into the University of Oregon. And then check with the admissions counselor that you're interested in for the school you're applying to, because not every school has a minimum GPA that you have to meet. For us, we do a holistic review. So for some schools, they may not consider you if you fall short in the GPA, but don't let that discourage you in any way. If you're really interested in going to a school, reach out, and I'm sure they'd be able to either work with you or at least get the answer that you need.
Absolutely. These are all great responses from great representatives from great institutions. So it's always great to hear what your actual admissions counselors have to say, some advice, and definitely reach out to them if you do have any questions throughout your process. Like they said, they are there to help you. And then just a couple things before we end for the evening. I wanted to say thank you to everybody for joining us, our attendees, but also our college representatives for taking the time to share some awesome information about their institutions. But thank you so much for our students for attending as well. There will be a quick survey once our attendees close out the window. Just share some feedback about how we did this evening. And there are more sessions happening after this one and also tomorrow as well. So if you want to hear from some other awesome institutions, definitely more opportunities for that. And also this session was recorded. So if you want to rewatch, if you missed any information, the recording will be available at stryscan.com/Carolinas. So again, thank you so much. Best of luck to our students going through their college search process, and best of luck to our admissions representatives as well. I hope everybody has a good week, and stay well. Bye, everyone.